what is with all of these random side plots that we have to deal with? Hi, I'm Nick. This is Unsubscribed Off the Record. I almost said the wrong podcast name. Whoops. This is Unsubscribed Off the Record. I'm your host, Rainstorm Live, and it's lovely to see you. Now, let's get into the actual podcast. So, like many of you, I chose to rewatch Teen Titans Go, at least Season 8, because that's all that's available on HBO Max, but whatever. Actually, I don't know anyone who would rewatch Teen Titans Go willingly. Other than me, of course. It is one of my favorites that they've done. However, I've gotten a lot of I've heard a lot of complaints about how it's not as serious. And I was thinking about it. And you're right, it's not as serious as Teen Titans was. But here's the thing. Teen Titans is made for an older audience. Teen Titans Go is made to introduce the younger audience. Like, that's the only explanation I have for why it couldn't be nearly as serious. It's meant to be funny and fun and lighthearted and airy to appeal to a younger audience. That's what it is. Teen Titans is made for the older kids, you know. You're 7, you're 10, you're 13, 15, 16, until, you know, they get old enough to watch whatever other content they want. It's meant to introduce kids into DC. Like, that's the explanation I could come up with. Because, I mean, we talk about how much it sucks, but also, I remember wanting Season 6 to come out, and sitting there being like, guys, we need Season 6 of Teen Titans Go. And no one wanted to hear it. No one likes Teen Titans Go except for me. I feel like I'm the only person on planet Earth who likes this TV show, and I'm 98% sure that if I talked about it in a DC community, I would get hate crimed. Like that, I'm guaranteeing you. That's how much people hate this TV show. I don't hate it, though. I could never hate Teen Titans Go. I love it so much. It's my favorite. Teen Titans Go, you're my favorite DC TV show that's made for a younger audience at the moment, okay? I love it. I love it so much. But rewatching Season 8, in Season 8 at least, we get to a lot of really interesting character development episodes, in which it's these chunks of like 5 episodes that's a random side plot that has nothing to do with the main plot. Like, you know, the first one we get to see is Beast Boy and the Doom Patrol, and it's these like 5 to 10 episodes of just Beast Boy with other characters that we don't get to see ever. And then next you have Starfire and these characters that we like never see, or we see earlier in the TV show. And then you get to Raven, and it's a completely different side plot from the other 2 and from the rest of the show. And it leaves you being like, so when are the other Titans coming in? Because they treat it like a regular episode. Like, it has the intro with all of the Titans. It's got, like, it's the same thing, except it's them just leaving the Titans Tower to go do a side plot. Like, what? Also, why are all of the holiday episodes in Season 8? Like, I don't remember any of them being in the first 7 seasons out of the 9. I just know that I watched both a Christmas and a Thanksgiving-themed episode in Season 8, like, 2 days ago. Where's the other holidays? There was also an Easter episode that happened in Season 8. So that's like 3 out of all of the holidays that they could have given them. And I don't get it. I really just don't get the side plot, nor do I get the hatred for Teen Titans. And, like, I don't know, I don't get it. Obviously, it's meant to appeal to a younger audience. Like, if you watch Teen Titans versus Teen Titans Go versus Young Justice, or My Adventures with Superman, like, if you watch these other DC TV shows that are less comedy-based, like the ones I named, then you're going to see a lot more of these serious, badass characters. In Teen Titans Go, they make all of these characters seem like a joke. Like, Batman in the TV show is almost a complete fucking joke. And I think that's really funny, because in all media, we only ever get to see Batman as this, at least all in canon media, we get to see Batman as this brooding character, but we never get to see the lighthearted side of him. However, in Teen Titans Go, we get to see his friendship with Jim Gordon. We get to see the Batcave. We get to see the way he interacts with Robin. Like, we get a completely different side of him that doesn't take away from the Titans. And in a lot of media, whenever the Bat family specifically is around anyone, everyone around them respects them so deeply. But in Teen Titans Go, Robin, Dick Grayson, who then becomes Nightwing later on, which is one of the most respected characters of the Bat family, completely is made into a joke. Every detail of Robin's character in Teen Titans Go is a joke, and the other Titans relentlessly turn him into the butt of every single joke, which I'm not crazy about, because I've said it on the internet before, and I'll say it again, he is one of my top 3. But like, they don't make the same kind of jokes out of Raven or Cyborg or Starfire or Beast Boy that they would Robin. Like, you know, there's an on-running joke throughout the 8 seasons that Robin has baby hands, or that he's not conventionally attractive, or that he's a buzzkill. But, like, they don't do this to the other characters who potentially have these same traits. Like, I want an explanation behind why did they make Robin the butt of the joke. And there's an episode where they have, like, a ton of other Robins, but they're still all some form of Dick Grayson, to the best of my memory. I haven't watched that episode recently. And even then, they're all still made into a joke. Like, when Raven gets separated by the crystal in one of the episodes, she's not made into a joke as a character. Like, it shows the different parts of her personality, but she doesn't get turned into the joke like Robin does. Relentlessly, actually. Pretty much if you watch any Teen Titans episode, like, you could just pick an episode. You don't even have to watch the series in order. That's the kind of series it is. Just pick an episode and watch and see when they make Robin the butt of the joke. Like, it happens every single episode, except for these random side plot episodes. And I haven't gotten to Robin's side plot episodes. I don't know if he is going to have any, because a lot of these side plot episodes, like with Raven and Starfire, it was them returning to their parents, or like to where they live and like their home. With Beast Boy, it was with his own friend group that acted like a family. What is Robin going to do? Because, again, he's the butt of the joke, which means, and even Batman and Superman act like he's the butt of every joke. There's an episode where the Teen Titans get an award for being the longest running TV show, and everyone's like, what? There's no celebratory, like, congrats or anything to the Teen Titans. They're just a joke to the rest of the community, and I think that's kind of insane. It also deeply mischaracterized Superman, and I don't know how I feel about that, because listen, I may not like Superman very much as a character, because he just isn't my vibe. And, like, he's not my vibe, but not in, like, the way Captain America is. He's just, like, not. I don't like Superman very much. But they completely mischaracterize him, and I don't know if I like that or not. Personally, my favorite adaptation of Superman to date is the David Cornsweet one. If that's how you pronounce his name. I've only ever read it. I've never heard it. But, you know. But, yeah, like, Robin's the butt of every joke, and I don't know how I feel about that. And I know I've been going on about this for, like, 8 minutes. But it is what it is. I don't know. I don't get all of the hate for Teen Titans Go. Because even then, I saw, completely unrelated to Teen Titans Go, mind you, I saw a video of the Cartoon Network hotel, wherever it is, and everyone's like, oh my god, I can't believe it's closing. And then there was this one comment that was like, I'm so sad that I'll never get to see Cartoon Network before they realize how much money Teen Titans Go could make them. And I'm like, okay, have we considered Adventure Time being its, like, one of its biggest things? Like, I never have ever seen merch for Teen Titans Go that I haven't, like, actively looked up. But you know what I do see all the time? Adventure Time merch. And this is not hating on Adventure Time. From what I've heard and from the couple of episodes I've seen, I'm sure it's a great TV show. But I'm just saying, if we really want to talk about Cartoon Network and money making, we need to bring up Adventure Time in that conversation, not just Teen Titans Go. I also really like that Teen Titans Go is one of those TV shows that you can put on as just background noise. You don't really need to be able to follow the plot for it, which is really nice. Like, I start in the middle of a season, and I'm like, oh, okay, so that's what's going on. Like, there's no really, like, on-running plot that you need to be paying attention to. And, like, if you have any knowledge of DC at all, you can essentially just turn on the TV show. And, like, all of the characters are referred to by name. And, yes, while you might be missing some of the mischaracterization or, like, the context behind the characters, you're not going to be stuck being like, wait, what's happening? Like, they follow it really well. And so it's a really nice background TV show for me. It's also one of those TV shows that, like, you just start it when you need something. Not as a background show, but, like, if you're wanting lighthearted fun, but you want it to be superheroes and not, like, adult content, like Harley Quinn, you turn on Teen Titans Go, and you just get funny, silly laughter. It's essentially a children's show. That's what Teen Titans Go is, which is why a lot of people don't like it, is because they're not looking for a children's show. They're looking for a DC masterpiece, and that doesn't happen, and then they end up upset and disappointed. But I feel like if you plan on watching Teen Titans Go, you need to understand that fundamentally, this is a children's show, meant for tiny, tiny children. I don't know. I wanted to talk about this because I thought all of the weird side plots were, again, weird, and I wanted to talk about how I was not a fan of how Robin becomes the butt of every joke. Do I think that they're funny? Absolutely. Do I think that it is a deeply gross and, like, disappointing factor that we don't get to see Dick Grayson as the respected character he is? Yes, but I still like the show because I understand it's made for tiny children who don't like the buzzkills, and that's what Robin is designed to be in this show. He's designed to be this serious buzzkill because Robin is trying to be what Batman taught him to be, which is this hardcore kind of character. And so he tries to take that when leading his own team, and his team does not respond well to it because that's not how they were taught. And so essentially we have Robin, who is exactly how you would picture Dick Grayson as Robin, more or less, and you put him with a group of people who were not ever prepared to be dealing with that kind of seriousness. And so they call him a buzzkill, and they make fun of him a lot because, I mean, especially when you live or are close with someone, like I've been close with coworkers, and it's part of the experience to give each other shit and to poke fun at each other because you understand it's all in good fun. Does Robin understand that? Not all of the time, and he ends up getting upset and hurt, and the Titans don't really apologize for it, which, again, I'm not crazy about, but that's okay because, like, you understand that it's a kid's show. If you don't like it, you can turn it off. That's how that works. But yeah, I would definitely say that it really just, Teen Titans Go, and, like, the TV show and the movies that they have, which is the movies specifically inspired the name of, because all of the movies are Teen Titans Go, and then the whatever happens in the movie. So Teen Titans Go to the movie, wherever the other Teen Titans movies are. I mean, like, you have to understand, Teen Titans, ignore my dog, you have to understand Teen Titans is meant to be funny, it's meant to have fun, it's meant to be silly. It's not meant to be this hardcore serious thing. And, like, I personally love to watch it with my siblings. Like, I was hanging out with them the other night, and we put on Teen Titans Go, and we sat and we did our thing, and we watched this TV show. Like, that's what Teen Titans Go is. It's just something to watch when you don't know what else to put on, when you want something fun, something lighthearted, something airy. Like, that's what Teen Titans Go is. And it's one of those things that people don't really understand when they turn on the show. I feel like if you watch the first episode of the first season, it's been a while since I've done it, but the first episode of the first season, you get to see that lighthearted goofiness, and you then have to go, oh, okay, so this is lighthearted and goofy, not something serious. Okay. I don't know. I'm really tired of listening to people hate on it or, like, compare it to the original Teen Titans TV show, because those two things are not on the same level. They're not in the same category. Teen Titans, while yes, it has its funny moments, is a relatively serious show meant for the older children, 7 or 8 plus. Like, the kids that are older who understand better things that aren't, like, potty humor, which is a lot of what Teen Titans Go is. Teen Titans Go is meant to appeal to the younger audience that finds those things funny and doesn't like the buzzkill that they've made Robin into. Like, and I feel like that's a really important piece of it that nobody else seems to understand or want to understand, for that matter. And I think that is where that's where we get a problem. Or that's where we get the hate for Teen Titans Go. And listen, I love the content from Teen Titans or Young Justice or My Adventures with Superman just as any of the other fans would. I also really like the younger humor because it's not heavy and hardcore like we see in so many superhero medias today. We're so busy focused on the heavy details and the heavy topics of the superhero media we've been given that it's really nice to watch Teen Titans Go and get a break from all of that and not have to be focused on the heavy topics that we're now putting into superhero media and that we've always had in superhero media to explain things to people who don't want to get it. Like, the new Superman movie is called Woke, but it's the same thing Superman has always been. In fact, this Superman movie is more comic accurate than many of the adaptations we've gotten recently. And it's really important that we have to remember these are comic book movies. These comic books were really big during a really rough time in history, and so they dealt with a lot of really, really rough topics. And so now, when we are turning those comic books into reality, they're still going to deal with those heavy topics. And Teen Titans Go doesn't do that. And it's really nice to be able to watch the heavy topic films, like Superman, like Thunderbolts, like Endgame, like these busy, heavy topic filmed movies, and then be able to turn around and watch Teen Titans Go and get a break from that while still enjoying characters that I really like. On a side note, why is Cyborg both in Teen Titans and in the Justice League? Like, what happened there? Can we talk about that? There's also an entire episode dedicated to plot holes and inconsistencies in the show, and I think that's really funny. But they never address the whole Cyborg Teen Titans Justice League thing, ever. And I want to talk about that. However, this is all we have time for today, so thank you so much for sticking around and listening to me talk about Teen Titans for 20 minutes, and I will see you guys next time. Thank you all for being here. It's really nice. Once again, this is Unsubscribed Off the Record. You should subscribe and still listen to my Off the Record rant. And yeah, I'll see you guys next time. Bye-bye, everybody.